Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Good afternoon, guys. KL here. Sitting out in the park. Got to go pick my wife up a little bit. Just got off work not too long ago. And don't mind my little nasty pimple under my glasses here. I was messing with it last night. Should have left it alone. How's everybody doing? If you can hear me, because I'm wearing my earpiece today, just tap the screen. I'm not pimping for hearts. I just want to make sure you can hear me. Or give me a message that you can hear me. Either one. Because I have my earpiece in. Office and work rumors. You know, let me explain something to you. I'm going to give you from my own experience. Today, I had a fellow colleague. She teaches the same thing that I teach. She's up on the third floor. I'm down on the first floor. Now, I was having a great day. Kids are responding to what I do and been getting a lot of compliments at work and just really trying not to let it go to my head because I'm trying to stay grounded and just trying to focus on doing the best job possible. Hey, how you doing, Butterfly? Hey, how you doing, Steph? And so one of the things that I realized, thank you for the hearts. One of the things that I realized is that I had just posted on Facebook about, I had read The Four Agreements by Daniel Ruiz. And one of the things it was saying, good and bad, don't take anything personal. So I don't. I try to stay grounded because this way it allows me to do the best job possible. Plus, as a man of God, I'm not trying to get caught up in what other people feel about me as long as I can see that I'm comfortable with myself and doing the best job possible. So today, towards the end of the day, I get a phone call and it's from my colleague. And this same colleague, people said, oh, when you got to meet Miss So-and-so, she's real cantankerous, she's whatever. I'm not placing judgment on anybody. I wait until I meet them and I have an exchange with them and I'll judge for myself on what type of person, if I need to be around them or not. So anyway, she calls down to my gym and she says to me, listen, I just wanted to give you some information because there's rumors going around about how people, and before she could even finish, I said, stop right there. She said, what? I don't want to hear it. She said, no, I just want to tell you because some people are unhappy with how you're doing and they're saying you're doing the same routines. I said, again, you're not listening to me. Please stop. I don't want to hear it. I don't get into rumors and I could care less what anybody has to say about how I'm teaching. She said, well, I'm just trying to prevent you from getting in trouble. I said, I appreciate that. Thank you. Let me get in trouble. Because if I'm doing something wrong, the administration will let me know that. I don't want to hear it from anybody else and I don't want to hear it from you. Thank you. And I said, I'm going to hang up the phone. And the reason why I let her know I was going to hang up the phone, so in case she had anything else she wanted to say, you're not going to say it to me. Now, I say all that to say this. You are to avoid rumors at work at all costs. Do not allow yourself to get caught up into having a conversation with someone about what else is going on. Because I'm going to tell you this. The person who comes to you about the rumors is talking about you to other people. And they are going to toss into the mix their agenda, their feelings about work, the situation, you, and you have to catch yourself. Don't allow yourself to get into that. And it's simple. Stop wanting to be in the know. I don't care. Yes, a lot of you have watched my scopes, have heard me say that, and it is the truth. I don't care what else is going on in the building. I don't care what else is going on in the school. I don't care what's happening with other teachers. I don't care what's happening simply because I will deal with what comes my way and I will deal with certain injustices or breaches of contracts when they are presented to me. I am not fighting your cause because you have issues and I may not see it. And I'm definitely not fighting with anyone that I have not had the chance to stand toe-to-toe with to see if they're about this business or about these kids or about the same thing that I'm about. I'm not getting sucked into that. Plus, my agenda and my purpose in this school and why the Lord brought me here is to do what I need to do for these children. I don't have time to deal with what's being said about me. Actually, I enjoy it because I have gotten compliments from the principal. I have gotten compliments from supplementary staff. And the biggest compliment The hugs and the love and the smiles of the children who say that they used to dislike coming to gym, but now love what I do. So until I get something formally written that I'm doing it wrong, in my mind, I'm doing it right. I'm not allowing rumors to sink in. I don't even want to have the conversation. And then the crazy part was the same person comes down the steps at the end of the day. Yes, they are supposed to be the main purpose, but not everyone makes it that way. And let's keep it real. Everyone who goes to work, the job is not the main purpose. It really isn't. On any job that you're on, the job is not the main purpose, when it should be. I learned a long time ago from a principle that I love. Don't ever forget you're at work. And I don't. I don't ever forget that I'm at work. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to be friendly. I'm here to be cordial. And I always joke with folks, what's my middle name? And they'll go, I don't know. Exactly. My friends do. So I'm not here to worry about what's going on in your home. If you need my assistance, by all means, if I can help, I'll help. But I'm here to get the job done. And if I don't make friends along that way, that's cool. Simply because sometimes we worry so much about the ancillary things. We worry about if people like us. We worry about this and we worry about that. And we're not getting the job done. My focus is the job first. When I go home, then my focus is my family. When I'm out away from the building, then my focus is whatever. But you're never going to get me caught up into the gossiping and the back and forth talk, because there's nothing to be gained. Hello, how we doing? You get this money? I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to say that. I have to excuse the lighting in this park is bright out here. You can see my glasses get darker as it gets brighter out here, so I can't see as much at the bottom. But thank you for joining. Honey gets money. Okay, honey gets money. Nothing wrong with that. But that's what I'm saying is we tend to forget why or where we're at. Never forget that you're at work. And gossip, I think it's funny how I posted about the 4 agreements. And one of the things that was mentioned in the book, The 4 Agreements, that gossiping is a form of black magic. And I actually found that statement profound, because when you gossiping, there's no positive to that. Yep, and listening to that will change the way you operate when you're doing good. Of course. But see, here's the thing. You never, and I kind of dig it when I read it in the book. You don't take serious the good or the bad. Like, I don't take all the compliments personal. I don't take all the compliments. I enjoy them, thank you, but my focus is on to keep doing what I'm supposed to. Just like I don't take any of the negatives personal. I didn't take it negative last year when my principal decided to do me dirty. That's your choice. I'll move on. Because your focus is your own. And if you start to take on what other people are attempting to give you, then you are slowly being manipulated. And that's the form of black magic that was being discussed in terms of gossiping and other things. Just because somebody puts something out, just because someone says something, attempts to do something, how you receive it and how you will let it in is indicative of what's going to happen to you. I'm not letting no one control me. No one. So you can say what you want. You can do what you want. Because in the end, no. And rumors, let me tell you something. Teachers are some of the worst when it comes to their conversations about others and the children. So like the teacher's lounge is the worst place to ever hang out. You hang out in the teacher's lounge long enough, you will actually start to hate yourself. So I learned years ago in my 2nd and 3rd year of teaching that wasn't for me. I'll go have lunch in my room or I'll go have lunch in the gym, and I'm not trying to hang out, because other people's children make a lot of people bitter. And just because you signed up as a teacher, it doesn't mean that you are a teacher at heart. Just because you became an educator doesn't mean that you're an educator at heart. Just because you went to school to become an educator doesn't mean that you're an educator at heart. To be an educator at heart, not only do you have to love children, you have to love their disabilities that they have as children and take it personal that you want to see them grow into successful individuals. Don't listen, don't engage, and you also have to tell folks, do not bring it to me. Don't just sit in the room and say nothing and figure if you ain't saying nothing, it's okay. Let folks know I don't engage in that. Don't bring it to me. Let them know up front. See, some people don't like confrontation. Me, I have no problem with it. I am going to tell you how I feel. Now, how you accept it, that's your business. If you're offended by how I feel, that's your business. I am not in the business of making you feel good about you if it's going to make me feel uncomfortable or make me feel less than me. Not happening. Not happening. I see that a lot at work when people are so concerned of how people are going to react to what they say. My first question is it the truth that you're about to give them? And if it is, give it to them. Just like medicine, give it to them. And let them be whatever they're going to be. And thank you for the hearts, by the way. I didn't want you to think I was ignoring you. And so rumors, it's horrible. Because the crazy part is, why would she think I want to know what people are saying about how I'm teaching? How is that going to benefit me? Or am I going to magically wake up tomorrow and go, oh, I got to do things differently because some other teachers are upset with how I'm doing it? Okay. I'm actually glad that I'm in their thoughts. That when they travel up them steps, I'm filling the void. Got to figure out how I can work this in to get them to buy a couple of books. I'm okay. But am I going to lose sleep over it? Not at all. And you have to actually make sure folks understand that about you, because then they'll avoid you. They will. I have no problem being all by myself when I work. Actually, I get a kick out of it. Some people come to me and say, B, I always see you by yourself. I like it like that. It doesn't mean I don't have friends. I am one of the friendliest people you will ever meet. But I keep my distance for a reason, because I work at a certain level and I don't want no one to pull me down from that level. And if you can't work at my level, that's exactly what you're going to do. So if I'm engaging in rumors with you, then I'm not staying at that level that I push myself to when I'm teaching. See, I love to teach. I'm leaving New York in June to go to Delaware because I'm just tired of what the New York City school system has done to children. But I'm always going to offer a learning word to someone that I'm dealing with. This is why I'm going to school in January to work on another master's degree in ministry and counseling, because I want to help. I want to change the lives of the people that I deal with. So I'm always going to be somewhere teaching. I was born to do this. But I'll be damned if I'm going to get caught up into foolishness, someone else's agenda, sucked into the bitterness that you might have for the principal, these children. I watched a woman today tell a kid, he's never going to be your monitor again, Mr. B, because he's never going to do well in my class. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. Never? How do you know what he's going to be tomorrow? And how can you say to him what he's going to be in my class? I said, now I respect you. And I understand if he's not doing what he's supposed to do in your class, I'll back your play and he has to get himself together. But please don't ever speak for me. Don't say what a child can be in my presence. And never is a strong word to ever use around a child. And I said that with the child present. And I didn't say it to punk her in front of the child. I said it just because she needed to hear it. Because that's a child staring her in the face and hearing the word never. Hearing her say he's never going to be. You don't know how he's going to process that. Unacceptable. Well, you're not supposed to speak negative over children, but the problem is most people don't know that they're speaking negative to begin with. See, if given thought, if the video was played back and she saw her body language and what she said, she would go, oh my God, she didn't know she said that. It happens often. Happens in the homes with people with their own children. They don't realize how negative you're actually being to your child until you hear your child replay it, until someone walks over to you and says, you know, your child just did this, or unfortunately you see it on video, because some parents can't be told that they're doing a bad job. Some parents don't want to hear that they're doing a bad job. But children pay attention to everything. And so for me, I'm looking at this woman, I'm going, how do you come into a building and attempt to educate kids with that type of demeanor? Then I realized she don't really love children, but the check is good. She's got the summers off. See, and I blame parents for that. Because if you was up here on a regular and regulating who's actually teaching your children, you would have peeped out that behavior a long time ago and had your child removed. Because I guarantee you she didn't wake up like that yesterday. But that little kid has to deal with her. And so I said to him, you can't be my monitor if you're not doing the things that you're supposed to do. Now, you can come help me out at different times, but unfortunately, I can't cut a teacher's legs out from under just because I want him to come work with me. He still has work to do, and I got to respect the rules that are in place first. I'm a rebel, and I'm a nonconformist, but I'm not going to break the rules just for the sake of breaking them. Can't happen. I have to honor God first. So, like I was saying from the start, and you guys that just joined, we're basically talking about work and office rumors where it's not enough not to be involved. You have to let folks know. Don't bring that to me. You got to let folks know I'm not with that. Stop worrying about hurting someone's feelings because of what you feel. Your feelings are yours, and they're validated. And you don't have to validate them to somebody else. They're yours. You think I was worried about when I told her, please stop talking, I don't want to hear that, how she was going to feel about it? Do you really think I was worried about that? No. I was not. And nor would I be concerned about it. Because I'm not going to allow myself to be made uncomfortable because it's going to make you feel comfortable. Buy a pillow. Get a dog. I'm not that. Because, excuse me, because work is still work, and you have to try to create the work environment around you, through you, with you, that works for you. And then you have to know which people to distance yourself from. Other than a good morning and a good afternoon, there's really not too much you need to say to them if it's not part of your job description. You don't have to go out and make friends with everybody you work with. Now, being friendly and cordial, yes, I would say be that. But friends, I find it funny how people quickly say, oh, that's my friend, and that's my girl, and that's my dude. And I go, really? When last time y'all broke bread? Oh, we never did, but I'm just saying, that's my girl, that's my dude. Stop kidding yourself. I find that here online, too. Everybody swearing love and allegiance to everybody. You ain't never seen that person in public and seen how they treat people in real life. You just see the ambassador that you see online, but you steady grinning. Hey, that's my girl. I love her to death. Yeah, okay. Always remember this. John Wayne Gacy was a clown who was out partying and doing whatever for kids when he was actually a sick, crazy murderer. They don't show up as who they really are. Don't get caught up. And work is one of the places where you hear folks all the time, I never knew they were like that. Then back yourself up a little bit. And rumors is the gateway to that. You start engaging in rumors, then the person starts giving you a little extra dirt to hold on to. And before y'all know it, y'all trading secrets about things you did that shouldn't even be brought up. And all of a sudden, when they're thrown under the bus, oh, you're going. When they're brought in front of the man, you brought in front of the man, even though you wasn't there. But they're going to say, she knew. I told her. He knew. If you don't remember anything else from this scope, remember this. Never forget that you are at work. You are not at a party. You are not at a social club. You're not at a supper club. You're not on vacation. You're not hanging out with people that you grew up with, even though you might. This is work. And then once you leave work, once you punch out, once you check out, whatever you do, and you leave that person's job, if you have people that you work with are now part of your life and it is what it is, that's cool. That's different. But for the most part, don't get sucked into that. Don't get drawn into the foolishness. Don't allow somebody to input negativity into your ears, into your spirit, into your head, and then cause you to be caught up in the mix of some mess that you might not be able to get yourself out of. And then go down the drain with them. That's okay. I'm not letting that happen to me. I got too much to work for, too much to work on. If I'm going to screw up, it's because I screw up. If I'm going to mess up, it's because I didn't do something. Not because I was connected to somebody else who had an agenda that I couldn't see. So, my name is KL Belvin. I hope that you enjoyed this. Thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed the word. Appreciate the hearts. You know, one of these days I actually got to check and see how many hearts I got. I don't even know how many hearts I got. I actually don't care. Yeah, I really don't. Actually, I got to remember the scope. I don't think I've scoped in a couple of days. I just can't see myself on every day. I can't. Other than my wife and daughter, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to do more. I know I got some things to say. I just can't be on every day. There's too much in life to be stuck in front of a computer or in front of a phone. I'm sorry. Like now I'm out here in the park and I'm actually so glad. Actually, let me give you a little look at the park. Hold on, let me let this family go by. I don't want them to think I'm doing anything freaky. And yeah, see, I'm over here in South Jamaica where I grew up. This is 150th Park. Very cute. That's the track that I walk on over there. It's actually, you see people over there. Put my finger over there, way over there. I walk around that track sometimes in the morning, in the evening, when I don't feel like going to the gym. And actually, I grew up here in South Jamaica, but you don't want to be in this park after dark. You don't know what might be in here, what you might see. And let me tell you something, between the gunshots that you'll hear and everything else. But during the day, beautiful place. At night, don't kid yourself. I'm serious. And actually, you can see behind me too, beautiful park area, whatever. Tennis court right there. Let me see. Yeah, let me turn around this way. Do it this way. There's a tennis court right here. And the funny thing is, yeah, see the tennis court right here. You know, during the day, you would think this is such. You'd be like, wow, yo, I got to go to New York just to hang out at that park. Yeah, okay. And then when you in here, when you in here at night seeing some stuff you ain't supposed to see, you be scared to death. But listen, I'm a hood dude, so I don't worry about it. You know, it is what it is. But during the day, this is a wonderful place. But I'm still ready to go. I'm tired of New York. No nighttime in the park. Not in New York, baby. You'll be involved in some stuff that you don't want. It'll be a whole different scope. My night in the New York City park, my life changed forever. Even my nickname changed. But anyway, guys, listen, I hope that this has been... I learned that about New York. You was here in New York, Stephanie? When was you here in New York, dog? I've been here since 77. Yeah, 78. Yeah, I've been here since 78, but, you know. Okay. Yeah, I've been here since 78. I used to live in South Jersey, travel back to South Jersey a lot. I'm still a country kid at heart. I dig the city, but it's overrated. Too expensive. Well, I'm glad you love it here. It sucks. I mean, it's funny. For tourists or for people that visit, they love it because they're not here on a daily. But the city is overrated. And the cost of everything is entirely too much. And what you're paying for what you're getting is horrible. And entertainment-wise, yeah, without question, New York is still one of the best places for entertainment. But there's something that comes with that entertainment. There's a lot of negativity that goes on. And honestly, in the neighborhoods that I come from, the help that people need doesn't come. And we catch it worse from the police. We catch it worse from the school system. We catch it worse from everything else. And the sad part is no one seems to care. So as much as a lot of people love this city, I can't wait to cut ties with it and not only come back to visit. I'm done. 40-something years or 30, whatever it is. Let's see, 77, 23 plus 16, 39, almost 40. It's enough. I'm done. And I was born here too. You know, whatever. Anyway, guys, this has been KL. Again, I hope that this has been helpful. Feel free to reach out to me. Main office at bravinpublishing.com, BRAVIN publishing.com. I'm on all social media networks, Facebook, Google+, Twitter, Tumblr, of course, here on Periscope. I get around to checking them. I haven't been on Tumblr, God knows how long. I could have 1,000 messages. I wouldn't know. I got to get to it. I don't even know if my notifications are set to let me know. Thank you, darling. Thank you. And listen, good luck with what you are doing with the Bopo Tribe. I listen. I come by and I watch the different scopes. You know, keep up the great work, like what you guys are trying to do. I wish you luck with it. You do a wonderful job. I was about to get on you last night because that scope last night, Stephanie. Now I see why you have no minutes or no. You used up all your time. I don't know. What was you doing last night? I was like, she about to run through all these minutes. I said, now at the end of the month, she gonna have running out and be chasing Wi-Fi, roaming around the park. Here go that lady again with her cell phone. Look, in New York, they be clocking that. Be like, okay, she come out towards the end of the month. She always have her phone in her hand and somebody want to run by and snatch your phone out your hand. But anyway, no, I wish you luck and continued success what you guys are doing at the Bopo Drive. And people definitely need that. And body positive is a big thing. Data, that's why I don't scope at night. Yeah, but you was on last night and you must have been on, what was that scope, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes? And I was like, that's why she run out her data. So I was like, you know, I said, you better jump off and save some of that data for what you got doing. Okay, but you could chat on other things and save that data. Get on your computer and get on Skype or get on something else and save that data on your phone, especially if you know how you use your phone. And especially for what you have. See, look, you got Wi-Fi in the house and you're using that data. Okay, well, if you got in the house, you're good. I got you. But listen, keep up the great work. You're doing a wonderful job. Free Wi-Fi. I'm paying for it. I got you. Listen, I got Metro PCS. Wi-Fi is actually great. I wasn't paying all that money. I used to be with Sprint. Not happening. But definitely, you do a wonderful job. And the good thing is you're on and you're engaging. And I watch. And from watching you, I've gotten to watch a lot of the other individuals from the Bopo tribe. I watch a little bit and then I disappear just to see what everyone's talking about. I just find sometimes scoping, I'm still trying to get excited by it because it's to me, it's still a way to keeping me separated from people. I like to be out and about with people. This medium is fantastic, but you know, sometimes I think we can get so caught up in this type of connection instead of actual physical connection, and I try not to lose that. So, man, it can't be really. I don't find it overwhelming. I find it underwhelming, to tell you the truth. I find it extremely underwhelming, and I have to actually push myself to be excited by it because I don't know. I don't see the excitement that everyone, since I'm an introvert. Oh, okay, so you just lose your mind when Scope is on, like, okay, they're going to get the real me while I'm safe in my house. I feel you. Now, I'm an extrovert, always have been, and so anything that keeps me confined, and I feel confined with Scopes because it's like, I don't know who I'm speaking to. And that's another thing, too, is that I can't get excited when I don't know who I'm talking to. I could be talking to some perv, and I'm not going to get excited by that. And yes, a lot of people have tremendously positive messages, but I still would rather meet in public and sit down and break bread and share time with folks and share a good laugh and share a hearty handshake. Introverts, we are killing this medium. You know what? That's a whole nother scope, because I'm going to be honest with you. Are you really killing it? Or are you climbing deeper into a hole that you really should be getting out of? Ooh, my ugly pimple. So I don't know if y'all are killing the medium. I think y'all are actually found somewhere to be comfortable. But at the end of the day, how's that going to help when you got to come out and save lives? Because if some of these people need help and you got to come see them, then what? If they love your message and need your help, then what? But I hear you, though. That's why I get a kick out of some of the watching. But like I said, I'm a little underwhelmed. I'm still trying to see what everyone else sees with it. But it is definitely something. I think it's helping me to be more, okay, I feel that. And I can see that in when I'm watching you scope, because you actually say some of those things. And I think the you that you see comes out too, because you can see it in your scopes, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate your the variety of different things that you bring to the table. And I think people could learn if they paid attention to you. I mean, I've gotten to know you through scopes, and I find the things that you say and do. And then, of course, you hit people up to join other people's scopes. So I go and take a look at some of the people that you send me to, and I watch for a little while. I'm not going to say names of who I like and don't like, because I don't want to offend anybody. But, you know, a lot of people go, I always see that guy pop in my scope, but he don't say nothing. I don't. Sometimes I just sit and listen. And then sometimes I shake my head and I go, I'm not even going to start, because I don't want to say anything negative. I don't want to be considered a troll. So I don't want to offend anybody. So I just stay quiet and go on about my business and go on to the next scope. And then I look up and go, wait a minute, I've been on this for more than like a half an hour, 45 minutes. Let me jump off and get some work done. So that's the other thing too. I try to make sure I only scope when my work is done, because I don't need this interfering with the ways that I make money. So, but again, my name is KL Belvin, and it's time to go pick up the wife in a little bit. I get it. I don't talk sometimes either. I might invite too much too. See, that's the thing. If you're going to talk. I mean, I feel if you're going to be on your scope, invite everybody to come and talk. Listen, I like even the negative folks. Come on, come at me. Well, you fat. Okay. I'm a big dude, man. Because I don't care what someone brings to the screen. It can't affect me. How? How can a box typed by somebody that I've never met hold weight in my life? How is that possible? How can the words of someone who has never met me affect me? And I understand that people go through it, but that's what the block feature's for. And if you have to use it often, okay. Listen, off, block, whatever, keep it moving. I mean, there's times I got kids yelling out in class. I have to ignore it because I'm teaching my lesson. I'm not going to engage that. I actually get a kick out of sometimes negative folks. It can make for great entertainment when people are trying to come on and they appearing to try to do you dirty, almost like a heckler who's trying to get at a comedian. You can try. You can try to rattle me. There's nothing that's going to be typed on this screen that I haven't heard. And because you don't know me personally, there's not a button that you could press that's going to activate me because you don't know me. But like I said, now you keep doing the work that you're doing. I think what you're doing is noble and great work. I think the real you comes through when you're scoping. I think you do a lot of good things for a lot of people. I think the books that you talk about, and I hope that you enjoy mine. I appreciated that you mentioned it. I definitely appreciate that. And again, I hope that you read it. Oh, and by the way, I have a poetic anthology that when you finish reading my book, if you still are into reading some poetry, we actually published 2. One has 11 poets in it with 10 different poems with each poet. And the second one has 13 different poets with 12 poems each. And in the second book, every poem is connected to the different definitions of the word soul. And I created the idea for that book because I wanted a book that could be shared with all members of the family. There's no profanity or nothing in it, and it's all connected to the word soul. So you're getting 156, 12, 4, something like that, 150 something, 156 different poems. I do need to get that. I'm trying to get more into poetry, back to my roots. There you go. Listen, not try, do. If you want it, then do it. Sit down and let's go. I need to pick up my poetic pen, but right now I got this fictional book that I'm trying to finish, Lukewarm Saint, my first dab at full-fledged fiction. I'm 50,000 words in. I just need to finish up the last chapter, so I'll be at about 53,000 words, and it'll be my first fictional book. The book you have is my memoir, and then my poetry book was my first book. And then I have 2 other fictional books that I'm going to work on, as well as I have 4 inspirational books that I'm working on. So thank you. I'm working on some small inspirational stuff. And actually one that I'm working on now is Making Marriage Cool Again. And it's actually just some tidbits that my wife and I came up with that is going to, I'm always hustling. Listen, that's why I don't have time to sit on Scope. I have time now because I don't have to pick my wife up until 6 o'clock. But this is why I don't understand the time that people spend online when I always ask myself, how is that making money for them? I mean, there's things I could be doing, and I schedule. That's why I can't keep a regular schedule for Scopes, because I got work to do. And books have to get done. And the Lukewarm Saint is book 1. Son is getting in the Scope. Is book 1 of a 3-book series that I'm working on. So Lukewarm Saint 2, Fox in the Hen House, and Lukewarm Saint 3, Redemption, is actually a telling story of a young man who, well, you got to check it out. I might tell you secretly on Facebook, tell you what it's about. And I might even have a Scope where I discuss it. But it's basically a teacher who loves the ladies, can't seem to control himself, but keeps getting these feelings that he knows he's doing something wrong. The business people are making money. Us writers need to write, so we don't have that time. Actually, you are a business person when you become a writer, so you have to manage both. Books are a business. And once you decide to become a writer, you have to work on your business skills. That's one of the things that I made the decision when I got into writing professionally back in 2007, is that I knew I had to hustle if I was going to get people to purchase my books. So I make sure I practice speaking to people from all different walks of life. That's one of the reasons why the internet thing doesn't work for me directly, why it's underwhelming, because this is a great format for people to get to know me, but I want to talk to people. I want to engage with people, because why would someone purchase a book from me without getting a feel for who I am? So once they get a feel for who I am and they want to support me, well, this is how you can support me. Hire me to come speak or purchase a book, as well as the other business services that I provide. And I sell custom slides. They're kind of like flip-flops, but I had a hookup with a guy from Massachusetts. He makes a fantastic product. So I'm working with different sports teams as well as authors, and the authors can put their covers on the front of the slides as well as the name on the side, or the organizations can put their logo on the front of the slides and their name on the side. I have 2 pair. One is for the bowling organization that I'm with. The other one is with the other one has my book cover, Lukewarm Saint, has the actual cover on the front and my name on the side. So when I'm at an event and you see my T-shirt with my cover and stuff on it, you see my custom slides. If you ask me how you want them, I sell those too. There's always ways to make money, but you have to make sure it's still centered and connected to who you are. See, just because you have money doesn't make you rich, because you can be poor of soul and have pockets full of money and still no one love you. And no one wants to die rich and alone, because then that money going to somebody else and you would still be alone. So you keep writing, you keep doing the things you do, but what you got to do is make sure that you're getting out from behind that phone, out from behind that computer, and go out and let folks know that you're a writer. Go out and be a part of writers groups. Go out and be at some signings and some open mics and discuss what you do, who you are. And with your poetry, just go up on stage with your piece and read it. There's nothing more liberating than going up on stage with a piece and feeling the energy of the crowd when they actually acknowledge that you did well. That's the one thing I do miss about writing and performing poetry, because I was never a spoken word artist, so I was more of a traditional poet. But when I put this Barry White voice together on the microphone, whoo, thank God I'm married. It be on. But I wasn't always married. And when you read my book, you'll understand what I mean by that. And we'll actually have a conversation when you go, oh my God, Kay, I couldn't believe that was really you. Yes, that was really me. I'm going to tell you that ahead of time before you read my book. And I'm going to say this before you read my book. Do not stop loving me because you found out about what I used to be. I'm not that man anymore. I am a man of God and I love my wife. But that man that you're going to read about was filthy. So when I wrote From Gigolo to Jesus, understand, I put the dirt out there. That man was filthy. You're going to hate me. You're going to dislike me. You're going to say, I know dudes just like him, just like I was. Well, you know what? It's easy to say that until you start reading it and you go, because here's the one thing I learned about my book when it comes to women reading it. I am going to take the shape of men you know, men that have done you dirty. I am going to become that when you read, because you're going to read it and say, that's what so-and-so did to me, or that's what so-and-so tried to do, or he did it to my friend, or he did it to my sister, or that's what my father did to my mother or my stepfather. Because as men, we're connected to some of the filth that we become if we don't have proper guidance. And I didn't have proper guidance for many years. And so I thought sexual situations was what it is. I know those dudes. God kept me from them. I've been protected from that. Amen. Thank God. Because that's one of the reasons why I go so hard in trying to help people, is because I'm trying to give back for all the destruction that I did, for all the women that I treated badly. I've apologized to as many as I could, but my way of giving back is trying to live my life devoted to helping women identify men like I used to be, and being a light for them to be able to see that man is filthy. Or by using my book or my works to be able to go, wow, is my husband like that? Is my boyfriend like that? Is my son like that? Is my father like that? Or whatever. And how we can fix it. And when I go out to speak and when I travel, what I do is I attempt to try to fix the splintered families that we have in many of our communities, not just African American, but just many communities, but preferably the African American community, since we're so splintered. I am trying to do through what I do to get these men to fix home so we can repair a lot of this damage that was done. That's why I'm telling you, when you read, I can just tell you this. There's a chapter on abortions that is going to turn your stomach. And it's all true. And I don't hide from it. I don't get shook up about it. But it was a very difficult chapter to write as the man I am now, when I was writing it looking back at the man that I was. And I destroyed a whole marriage because of my insecurities and my misogynistic behavior is why I love so hard now in my new marriage. And not new, I've been married since '07, but this is why I love my wife as hard as I do, and I protect her like I do, because I never want to see anyone treat her like I treated my first wife. And I apologize to my first wife, but I can't fix that pain that she holds on to because she keeps it. I've tried to get her to release it, but you can't get someone to release the pain that you cause with them if they don't want to. So all I could do is pray. I apologize and I pray, and I left it in the hands of God. And I always wish her well because she's the mother of my children, so I don't speak negative about her. But my thing is to try to get a lot of these young men as well as older men to do the same thing, to just fix them and attempt to fix their previous relationships. Or if not, at least try to leave them in a pleasant place before they move on. And if you got children, you definitely got to try to fix that first. But that's another scope for another day. Steph, I appreciate you. Keep up the great work. I will check in on you from time to time. Let me get ready to get out here and go get my lovely wife. And anybody else that still might be on, I'm not sure. Let me take a look at those. Is Steph right now? Okay. But I definitely appreciate you. I appreciate the hearts, and I appreciate anyone that's watching this to the end, because I know my scopes are long, but it's my scope. I don't keep to no format. I really don't. And what's the line? Because I don't care. So anyway, guys, all right, have a good night. Thank you so much, Dal. I will talk to you soon. I'll definitely see you around here, I'm sure. Take care. Have a wonderful night. God bless. Oh, can't end this.